Hey guys, Jim Chester here. We are at Focus OKC. This is their 9th anniversary edition, and I have Dr. DC here, Dean DePice, and you have a group that you started, you've nurtured, you've planted the seed, you've sowed the seed, and now you harvest the seed, and it's called TLC.
For super teams, But right now, that group starts me because it's a community. It's bigger than me. It was a dream of mine 5 or 10 years into practice that I needed to kill it for decades at the tables before I then wanted to serve others with stories that would unleash chiropractors from the stables. Seriously, TLC is community, and it's so many different men and women chiropractors, fresh out of school, 50 years in practice, pure cash, mixed insurances, one technique, another. We don't discriminate. We really elevate and lift up people.
Yeah, and there's a couple things in there that you said is decades of practice.
Yes.
How long have you been at the tables?
Tables is now going to be, this will be my 31st year, and I'm actually moving back in full-time for at least another several years. There are years I've adjusted less, but now I'm going full-time at the tables.
And what did you miss most about it when you stepped away?
I love working with chiropractors, but when you work with chiropractors, while sometimes you're on the phone or you're Skyping, but when you're with the patient, everything about their breath, their eye contact, it's right there. It's right there. And I miss the clinical work. I miss the hands-on. I'm a kinesthetic, hands-on adjuster, and I love that moment of the adjustment. So I can't wait to be elevating my hours there.
So that's an honorable thing, I'm sure, for the people that you get to take care of.
Yeah.
But let's pour some love into Tim Young and his team here.
So I met Tim. Tim and I were both guest speakers at another venue a year or two ago. I didn't know who the guy was, and he went on before or after me, whatever it was, and I sat for his talk, he sat for mine. I'm like, dude, who are you? And what he is a brother of who I am and what the TLC community is. He's a servant who lives in not only growing his own practice, but really wanting to raise up other chiropractors. And this focus group, this Oklahoma Focus, is phenomenal. The energy here is amazing. I just got off the stage an hour or so ago. It's our community. I mean, this is like a sibling community to the TLC community here. Really sweet, and I can't brag enough about them.
So tell us a little bit about the topics that you touched on up on stage.
Well, I shared that you always want to open with your desired end result put out there, candid and real. And mine is I want to have a 1-hour conversation with every living and breathing chiropractor before I die. A conversation to help each chiropractor work on an exercise to raise up their statement of desire. My son, as I said, was noticing James and what you're doing in social media and what you're doing to reach people. One of the things I do to reach people is help chiropractors strengthen and expose their statement of desire, so it's their heart that they then connect with their procedures and their why and their clinical stuff to be the best they can be. So one of the things I talked about was the significance of beginning with the end in mind. Another one is the bigness of community and how when people come together, there's a chance for people to hold each other accountable to higher change. The next one was that when your why is big enough, almost any how is doable. The third one was a sweet one that I think you guys would enjoy is when you're starting a relationship new, start simple. So I said, instead of trying to tell everybody they got to get on your table and get adjusted, how about you start by saying, look, you at least need to get checked. And we did a little exercise on that, which was simple and fun. And then I ended on gas cards, about gassing up in the day. So thank you for asking, because I love recounting what it was. And we left them with 4 good lessons.
Okay. So if you guys don't know, what we do with Chiro Hustle is we share the story.
Yeah.
And something that I've heard from time after time is chiropractors have to keep telling the story. And our tagline, Dean, is you're just one story away, keep hustling.
Yes.
So with all these ideas coming together, we have a good meld here.
Yeah.
And we have good synergy,
Right.
Symbiosis, if you will.
Right.
And we're brothers in arms
right.
on a continuum to make sure that people understand what the depth of the chiropractic profession means.
Yes.
Not about a Yellow Page ad
No.
of car crashes come in,
Right.
neck pain, back pain come in.
Right.
No, it's about the evolution of humanity through the adjustment, removing the subluxation from the nervous system, allowing the body to express itself 100% optimally.
Amen, brother.
Right?
Preacher. So truly, one of the things we love in the TLC community about your message is you're relentless. You're everywhere. Every day, you just keep putting messages out there. And so many chiropractors, you need to do that in your own streets. You need to bring the truth to the streets. Pro motion should be PRO-motion. You should be pro putting truth out into motion, because new patients don't come to you, they come from you. So when what's in you is being given away, what comes from you will be people who come and stay. They'll just be the right people who need to show up.
And I played sports my whole life, and I was always told in college, you're only as good as your last game.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
and you got to leave it all on the field.
Yeah.
So you got to have conviction when you're out there being an athlete.
That's right.
And I think that chiropractic is similar to athletics. You guys are full contact, taking care of people.
Yeah. And it is. It's very physical. And what I love about the TLC community is that it's not about procedures. I mean, TLC is a little bit of perfect procedures, but it's a lot of community and ways to help uplift each other. And it's in a way, it's very physical because we want to connect. We want circles of accountability. But yes, you were talking about the adjusting tables. That is all physical. Mm-hmm. Well, no, it's not all physical. It's a lot of connection. It's a lot of heart. It's a lot of clinical thinking, and it's physical.
But, coming from a group of people that go to school for 7 years to get a diploma to say I can go heal with my hands, and it's not about anything else other than the healing hands and the communication, connecting ions, and being able to release somebody's liquid light from their spinal column, letting their body flow.
Preacher, you're doing
right,
it again.
Right. I think I'm channeling you.
This is good. This is Spinal Workshop. We're bringing it home.
Yeah, we got the lay man doing the lay lecture here.
You're doing it.
This is old Reggie stuff, man.
It's for real.
And if you understand the chemistry of life.
Well, you caused me to want to pause for a moment, because I love getting excited. I love joking around. But this ain't funny. We live in a world where we know that an educated, healthy, and confident America, or nation anywhere, is harder to govern. So those who want to control the masses, over-inject and mutilate immune systems and whatever else is going on in our world, they need Americans uninformed, uneducated, unhealthy, non-prosperous, because those people will not stand up and ask questions. They will not stand up and revolt against what is wrong. They will not defend truth because they're unhealthy, uneducated, and they're unable to pay the bill. So what we're talking about in chiropractic is, yes, adjusting the nervous system so that the body functions better. Yet, even BJ said, give them the adjustment for free, charge them for the principle. It's adjusting people's comprehension of truth that is the bigger issue. And this is not something to joke about.
No. And for the gravity and the magnitude of what you just said, if everybody just understands that chiropractic isn't the pain chaser, it's not about developing a system to get somebody through a troubled time, even though it's really good at that. Mm-hmm. But it's really about giving people the ability to be free.
Yes.
It's about taking people from the bondage of sickness and disease and disempowerment, and giving people the ability to say,
right,
I'm capable.
To empower them.
Yeah.
Sometimes patients are so wounded. Fibromyalgic patients been through years of traumas and difficulties. They actually get to a point where they don't believe that their body has the ability to heal. They don't believe it. And they need to be educated again to find their power and their strength. It's not to say everything's going to be peaches and cream, but there's hope.
So I'm going to reel it back a little bit. Say you have, you're going down this elevator right over there, one floor, and there's a student from, say, Sherman or Parker or Logan or Palmer in that elevator with you. If you have, one floor, what do you tell them?
Love adjusting your patients. Let it all begin with an insanely prosperous life of adjusting for the removal of subluxations at the table, brother. After 10 years of that, let's start handing you a microphone. Maybe 20 or 30 years.
So That's brilliant. Because a lot of times people, they think that it's going to take a long time to get somebody the right message. They think that we have to sit here and deliberate like this, like concentration of like, well, if you think about it this way, this is what you get. Well, I think if more people just understand that they need to open up the heart a little bit, and they need to.
I want to change my statement.
Okay.
You just touched something that is in me, but I didn't come out at that moment. But I want to reel it back in as well. What I would say to them is, while you serve others, always seek to come alongside where they are. When people feel safe, they find the bravery to change. And TLC fosters a community to help people feel safe. So if I had my druthers to me in that elevator ride a second time, that's what I'd say.
Honestly, when I was a young guy, I got in a lot of trouble, okay? And I was on probation for a period when I was 18. And my probation officer said to me, the best thing about you, Jim, is you always do the second best thing. So when we recount what we say, sometimes we might make mistakes in our life, but we always can say, you know what, if I get an opportunity to tell somebody the truth, I'm going to change my statement. Take two. So even for you guys that know me and know what I've been doing for the past 8 years in chiropractic, it's been a long time coming for me to be able to expose what chiropractic is through my heart and through my words.
You're like celebrity now. Well, you've been working really, really, really hard for a really long time, and you're just a good guy. You really are.
Well, I call it Chiro famous.
Little fish pond?
It is. Your normal like mom and pa.
Yeah.
I go walking around. They're not going to know me. But when I come into a room full of principle-based chiropractors, they're going to be like, "Hey, there he is again."
Right.
Because I just keep on showing up. I stay present with the message, and I think the most important thing is consistency.
Right.
And giving people something that is full of consistency, but great content.
Yes.
And I think content-driven consistency is going to win the game.
That's right. So, since you did ask about the talk in there before, I assume maybe we're winding down at this point, but if we are, I want to leave you with one of the slides in there, which was a sweet kind of emulsifier of all the things good. And it was a quote that said, if you really want to change the world, go home and love your family. And it was a quote from Mother Teresa. And too often we as chiropractors are so stuck in our head, we're so looking for another credentialing of technique work or another practice management thing, that we forget if our home life isn't in order, it will always be an added struggle to ever have our practice life be likewise. Go love your family.
That's beautiful. And if people did want to work with TLC, how do they do that?
Woo-ha! Just check us out. Look, we're not a management company. We don't have contracts with anybody. We're here to open relationships, not close deals. And we don't need any money, that's for sure. And we don't need numbers or membership. What we want is relationships. So call us up or get on the website and set up a conversation where what I do is I dedicate an hour. I do 4 of these a week and they're free. They're done, well, they're not. They cost us our time and hopefully our invested intentions to do a conversation with you to help you write your statement of desire. When we're done with that conversation, I may never talk to you again. We may talk many times, whatever, but do the conversation to grow your own expression of your heart. Let's see where it goes from there. Open conversations, never close deals. Open a heart and raise up another chiropractor. We know when we come alongside each other, a lot of things are made better. And that's one of the things that's evident about you. You're a gentle and very nurturing kind of a guy. What did you call yourself today? Somebody who loves his mom and comes from Iowa or something?
I'm just a guy from Iowa that loves his mom.
That's it. Who would say that? But some gushy guy. So.
Well, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's watched Dr. Dean and myself on this Facebook Live interview. If you guys are interested in TLC, reach out to him. I'm going to do it. I don't know if I get the opportunity. Do I have the opportunity to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And be on the lookout for...
Come to our events.
And be on the lookout for another podcast interview from Dr. Dean and myself and Luke. We're going to get you on the show.
Amen.
And we're going to talk to people about, it's a really nice flow. We'll send you a worksheet that you can fill out.
Okay.
And we'll also get your bio, your headshot.
Great.
We'll do a really pro piece for you.
All right.
But
TLC community, show up, man. We are 1,000 strong. Just come together and let's light up his airwaves.
Yeah, and when you do have your next event, let us know, and maybe we can come out and do these there.
Yeah. September 14th, 15th in Princeton is the next huge one, but then January January starts the new one, and it's near there, but in
Is that New Jersey?
Princeton, New Jersey. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, right outside
right.
Newark Airport.
So-
45-minute train ride from the airport.
I love it out there. I'll be at New Beginnings here in October.
Amen.
So I'll be out there. Yeah, man. You're going to be there?
Yeah.
Cool. So the world of chiropractic is so fertile.
Yeah.
We just have to keep planting the seeds
Yeah.
and keep telling the story. And our tagline is, you're just one story away, keep hustling. Can I go ahead and close?
You got it.
Let's do it together.
Yeah.
You're just one story away. Keep hustling. See you guys on the next one.